Guys, we are live. Can somebody confirm on the chat that we are able to, are we audible? Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, yes, we are live, I guess.
All right. So let's start, guys. Good afternoon, ladies and gents. First of all, thank you for choosing to spend your Sunday afternoon with us. It's no small feat, and as a legal professional, I truly understand the gravity of dispensing with a couple of hours on a Sunday afternoon. So thank you for us. And believe me, you at Liznr AI, we do not take it lightly. So, firstly, I would like to introduce myself. I am Advocate Rahul Khare. I primarily practice before the Honorable Supreme Court of India and the High Court of Madhya Pradesh. And along with me, you can see my co-founder Vikram. Vikram and I are co-founders of Liznr AI, and you can also see Yash. Yash is the founder, the lead founder of Liznr AI, and Yash and I would be comparing the webinar for today. So, without further ado, I would firstly like to say something about our guest for the webinar. Well, he does not require any introduction. Everybody across the legal fraternity, be it Madhya Pradesh or Pan India, knows him very well. We are delighted to have Honorable Justice Shri Rajendra Menon amongst us. We we are honored by his presence. Honorable
Good,
Justice,
good afternoon, Rohit, Rahul, Vikram, and Yash.
good
Hope I am
afternoon.
audible.
You are
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
sir.
You
good
are.
afternoon, sir.
Okay.
So, a few words about Justice Menon. Justice Menon at present is the chairperson of the Armed Forces Tribunal, that is in New Delhi. And previously, your lordship has served as the Chief Justice of High Court of Delhi, Patna, and the acting Chief Justice of High Court of Madhya Pradesh. And his career has been nothing short of stellar, and we are truly delighted to have him present amongst us today. So, by the way, this is going to be a 1 hour long webinar, and trust me, we have something very special at the end of this webinar for you guys. So stay tuned. We at Liznr are going to ensure that it is going to be worthwhile. Uh, now we would like our esteemed guest, Justice Menon, to uh, say a few things, and after that we'll take the session forward, sir.
So, good afternoon, everybody,
Good
and
afternoon.
a big congratulations to Rahul, Vikram, Yash for having undertaken this initiative. It's a very good initiative and is the
Thank
requirement of the day, particularly for the young students of law who have just passed out from the law schools and want to enter the legal profession.
Right, sir.
Transition from a law student to a legal practitioner is full of challenges and uncertainties. And
Correct, sir.
therefore, you need a lot of support, courage, and you have to be patient enough to withstand all the disadvantages of the profession which you may face at the initial stage. This is not only for a first generation lawyer, even if you belong to a fraternity or a family of lawyers, you do face certain difficulties. This initiative by the team of young lawyers is to assist you in overcoming the basic difficulties that you may face once you enter the profession. And I belong to a generation of lawyer when law was not as it used to be. The legal profession was not as it used to be. Even the legal education was not that you get now. We were used to the old 3-year system of law, practically evening law colleges, and there was no moot court, there was no debate. It was only Professor Madhav Menon who, in the 80s, conceived the idea of having a law curriculum totally professional in nature, like you have for the medicine and engineering faculties, and therefore he introduced the 5-year integrated law course, that is the BA LLB, BCom LLB. And I remember those days when we were practicing, it was thought that this may be a failure. But then the Bar Council of India Trust took up the issue with the support of the Supreme Court. And as you all know, the first National Law University was set up in Bangalore, and Professor Madhav Menon had been the Vice Chancellor of that university. And from there, we have traveled more than 46 years now. And today, I can, with some authority in my command, say that law is one of the most sought after profession after medicine and information technology. During our days, law was not at all a sought after profession. It was only medicine and engineering, and we all, most of us in the legal profession of those old days, came into law by default, not by choice. But today, we have about 1,695 law institutes, which includes the 22 national law universities, and the number of students who appear in CLAT, number of students who appear in various competitive exams for admission to law college are proof of the demand for legal education. And therefore, my dear friends, you are all entered, or you have all entered, or you would be entering a profession where there is a lot of competition, and therefore to be in the top, you need to adopt all the systems, all the methods that are available in the modern times. And in my opinion, AI would be one of them, which would be the future, not only in legal profession, but also in many other profession and the day-to-day life in our country. But at the same time, when you talk about artificial intelligence and its implementation in the legal profession, you have to be very careful. Law does not work mechanically. For application of law, the law follows the fact. Fact of a case becomes very important, and therefore assimilate fact, and the law gives the reason for how those facts have to be adjudicated upon and justice dispensed to a person. Therefore, when you apply artificial intelligence to your legal profession, you have to be very careful. I'm not very well versed with the artificial intelligence as all of you are, but I do find that many times young lawyers cite judgments before us, and it apparently looks that they have used the information technology and the artificial intelligence to arrive at, to get that judgment. And when they argue it, and when we go through the judgment, we find that the facts do not apply to the case. You see, the most fundamental principle that you should remember in a case is that it is the ratio of a case which applies based on the fact of a case. And therefore, normally, my experience has been, even now when I preside over the benches in the Armed Forces Tribunal, I find that juniors come and they just cite a law based on reading of the paragraph that is reflected into their laptop or computer. And when we question them and interrogate them with facts of the case, then they find that this judgment may not apply. You would have seen in the social media cases which have been cited even in judgments by certain courts do not apply to the facts of the case. Therefore, my dear friends, my only request to all of you are use the artificial intelligence, use it as a tool to assimilate all the facts necessary, to assimilate all the legal points necessary. But before citing it, before applying it in a case, go through it, and then only after ensuring that it applies not only to the facts of your case but also to various legal principles that may be applicable, follow it. That precaution you will have to take, because when you apply law, it has to be something application of mind. It's not mechanical. For example, when you deal with a case, there may be cases where the quantum of punishment may be involved. For example, in a service matter, when you dismiss a person from service, normally you get a point to say that the quantum of punishment is very high, and therefore the court should interfere in the quantum of punishment. And you would have heard the principle of the punishment has to be commensurate with the misconduct or the offense committed. Now,
Right.
when you deal with the offense and its proportionality to the punishment, then the offense has to be analyzed in the backdrop of certain facts of that particular case. If a
Right.
artificial intelligence system or a computer may reflect upon you something with regard to punishment which may not apply to the case you have given. I'll give you an example. Before I joined the Armed Forces Tribunal, I used to apply the first principles of law in all the cases. For example, if I am dealing with a service matter and if a chowkidar of a warehouse or a godown is dismissed from service because he was found sleeping for 15-20 minutes in the night duty, we would always say the punishment of dismissal or demotion to a lower post is too high, and therefore we interfere with it. In the backdrop of that experience of mine, when I sat in the Armed Forces Tribunal for the first time and I had a case of a security guard of the Defense Security Corps found sleeping on duty and dismissed from service, I told that no, this punishment is too harsh. I had my administrative member who was a retired Lieutenant General, Vice Chief of the Army, and he said, "Sir, please don't apply your first principle of law here, because people were missing from their place of duty for 10 minutes on an afternoon, and the Pathankot air base incident happened. Therefore, in the facts of the nature of duties for a security force, this principle will not apply." So these are things which you have to keep in mind when you analyze a judgment or something which you receive from the artificial intelligence and try to apply it in your case. So this is a small introduction on my part, but I would say that I'll be always associated with you, Rahul, Yash, and Vikram. You take it for granted that whenever you need me to guide you all, advise you, I am always present. Thank you very much for having given this opportunity to me. Okay, Rahul, over to you.
Thank you, sir. There was some technical glitch. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, wonderful, sir. So, your lordship has already touched upon a lot of aspects which Liznr AI stands for. We heard your lordship discuss certain challenges that the young lawyers face when they enter the profession, and that is where the listener AI comes in. We would shortly be beginning with a demonstration, but before that, your lordship, we have some questions that we would like to ask you. Your
Yes,
lordship
yes.
has already heard some of them, but we would like to hear your lordship as much as we could. So we are going ahead with the questions. Uh, First of all, I would like to ask you, when you joined the profession back in the 80s, what were the challenges you felt you faced when it came to learning the art of the profession was concerned? Were there challenges?
Rahul, those days we did not have the moot court or internship or anything like that.
Right, sir.
Therefore, we were just graduates from the law college. There we
Right,
were taken through certain statutory provisions, lectures, and everything. Leading cases were taught to us. But when you enter the court craft, how to present your case before a judge, how to behave before a judge, how to
right,
articulate your argument, these were all issues which were there for a young lawyer who came to the court for the first time. But
right,
I had an advantage of having worked in office with my senior, and I used to go to the court, and therefore, to some extent, I knew what was the procedure to be followed in the court, how to deal with the matter. So I did not have much of a difficulty, but the most fundamental problem that juniors used to face at that point of time was first to understand when a client comes to you as to which provision of which procedural provision is to be made applicable to this, which court
right,
you have to go. Do
right,
you
sir.
have to file a civil suit? Can you go directly to the High Court? Will a High Court interfere in such matter under Article 226 of the Constitution? We had the administrative tribunals. Do we have to go to the administrative tribunal? If it's an industrial dispute or a matter pertaining labor law, where do we go? So these were all things which were never taught to us in the college, in the law college. There were subjects which were never taught to us. Industrial law was there, but certain provisional laws like you have in the Madhya Pradesh Industrial Relations Act, how the labor courts function, what are the procedures in the labor court, many things were never taught to us. So these were things which we learned when we came to the court. And the most fundamental thing which now I feel a young lawyer at that time did not know was how to understand a judge. You see,
Right, sir.
arguing a case before a judge requires you to read the mind of a judge. What is the thinking of a judge? Does he think in a very conservative manner? He is a liberal judge. Does he go more on fact, or he is more interested in legal profession, in legal issues, questions of law? So understanding a judge, reading the mind of a judge is very important for a lawyer in these days to present the case before the judge concerned. And understanding a judge, you will know it only by sitting in the court and hearing various advocates argue the case, reaction of the judge, how he asks questions when a point is made before him, how he behaves in various aspects of law with regard to how is his attitude towards criminal law, how is he in the matter of granting interim relief, in what are the points which he favors for giving interim relief, what are the points which click him when if you ask for interim relief. These are all things which you have to know, and because we were not aware of all these things when we entered the profession of those days, it was very difficult for us, and therefore we used to get a lot of scolding from the judges, and there were senior judges at that time who would even throw away the file on us and tell us read and come back.
Right, sir. Right, sir. I've heard stories. Moving
Yes,
on, sir. I have another question, which is pretty relevant at this juncture. I would like to ask you once you came across all these challenges and once you were elevated, I
yes,
believe you were also part of the committee, and later on you also headed the committee which oversaw the digitization of the High Court of Madhya Pradesh. You
yes,
not only
yes, yes,
understood it, you also made
yes,
SOPs,
yes.
saw its implementation. Can you uh, say something on those lines, sir? Can you touch upon your experience as
Rahul,
person of that committee?
Rahul, the experience then and even now is that whenever you try to introduce something new, there is lot of resistance from the bar. And when we tried to introduce computerization of so many things, the bar did make resistance, And as far as Madhya Pradesh is concerned, when Justice Khanvilkar came to Madhya Pradesh, and even when we had the computer system, we had an information technology, but when he tried to innovate something and introduce certain thing new, which is today the e-committees system of working throughout the country, there was a lot of resistance from the bar. So normally the bar likes to maintain status quo. Those were the position those days. Even if you talk about mediation, when mediation was introduced, not only in Madhya Pradesh, even in Delhi, there was a lot of resistance. Advocates thought that if mediation came, our profession will go. If computerization came, our profession will go. Therefore, they had a feeling that all these things would adversely affect the profession, and therefore there was a lot of resistance when we introduced the computerization and mediation system in the legal field. So that is a position even now. Whenever you try to introduce something new, there are resistance from the bar.
Right, sir. Certainly. Uh, Another question which comes to my mind, sir, is when the digitization of High Court of Madhya Pradesh happened, the same model was
Yes,
emulated in the Supreme Court of India. Am I right about that,
yes,
sir?
yes, yes. Yes, because we had the system there, but when Justice Khanvilkar came, he improved the system, and ultimately, the when Justice Khanvilkar went to the Supreme Court, he was heading the computer committee there, and the registrars and the staff from the Madhya Pradesh High Court were taken to the Supreme Court to put the system in order in the Supreme Court.
Right, sir.
Yes,
Also, sir, when you superannuated from the High Court of Delhi and you
yes,
joined T, I'm sure you came across a lot of people from different walks of the fraternity, and I am under impression that you are also the co-chair of the committee which supervises the legal education across the country, sir.
yes. There is a legal education committee of the Bar Council of India, and under the legal education committee there is a standing committee on legal education. I co-chair it. The standing committee on legal education regulates the legal education throughout the country. That is, as on date there are 1695 what we call CLEs, Center for Legal Educations, and they are, out of which 22 are national universities. We have hundreds of private universities, then government colleges from big metropolitan cities like Bombay, Delhi, to small tehsil places where we have private and colleges. So we regulate them, we conduct inspection of those colleges, give them permission to start the colleges, and also give them permission to start new courses, new system of education, and new sections and everything. So I had that committee which regulates legal education throughout the country, and there are a lot of problems with regard to legal education, not in big places but in small places, particularly district places and tehsil places.
Right, sir. So, how do you feel the AI could be incorporated in the curriculum for the legal education in India? Firstly,
It would help not only in improving the standard of legal education, but it will also improve in having good dispensation of justice in places where you have shortage of good lawyers and good faculty members.
right, sir. Uh, I would like to apologize. I believe there are some technical glitches on
No,
my
I can hear you. I can hear you.
hear me, but yeah, I believe I'm not visible.
Yes,
Regardlessly, uh, let's take a couple of questions from the comment section, sir. Our viewers are
yes.
very eager to ask you questions.
They,
Uh,
they,
s-
they, they, they are they are welcome.
yes, sir. I'll just ask a question from the audiences. So one Mr. Satnam Singh who practices in courts of Punjab is asking you, sir,
Yes,
is it
yes.
necessary work with a senior advocate before you start profession independently?
Uh, Mr. Satnam Singh, it's not necessary. But to have practical experience, you should have live case files to deal with. Live case file are required to understand how the profession works, to give you experience in appearing before the court. And if you have good number of cases which can be there, you may not need a senior, but you need a senior, someone who can guide you on issues which you have, even if you have lot of cases to deal with it. So in my opinion, you should start a profession. You may not join a lawyer completely as his junior and work in his office, but you should have somebody senior to you whom you can consult on issues that may arise while dealing with the case you have.
Right, sir. I believe that would answer it for Mr. Satnam Singh. Uh, Mr. Akhil Gujar, sir. He's
Yes.
from Noida, I believe. He's asking you, how does a lawyer choose his area of practice? Which vertical should he go for?
Two things are very important. One, what is the area of practice as per your interest? What are you more comfortable with? What is your aptitude for a particular aspect? For example, if you want to go become a good criminal lawyer, how the art of cross examination, the art of dealing with certain forensic issues, these are all issues which you should be very good at. So therefore you should assess yourself and find out what are the areas where you are very good. And the second aspect is, in the coming days, which part of the legal profession would be conducive for you and which will develop with the economic development and various other developments that are going around in the world. For example, today if you see, you will find information technology, cyber laws, or laws pertaining to patent laws, and because these are all subjects which would come up with economic and financial development throughout the country. So you have to take a decision based on your aptitude, your competence, your interest, but at the same time consider what would be the future of legal profession 15 or 20 days henceforth from here.
Right, sir. We are getting a lot of questions. It's difficult to keep a track of the questions, but I'm trying to keep up with it. Miss Ishmeet Kaur is asking you, sir, if you have zero connections, if you are a first generation lawyer and you wish to
Yes,
survive in litigation, what are the skill sets that you need to develop at the earliest? I believe your lordship has already answered it. And
yes,
Ishmeet, at Liznr AI, we are trying to impart those skill sets in you. That is why we are here.
yes.
And she wishes to ask how to maintain a good practical image. If
Practical image should be, you should always be seen in the court premises. Even if you have a case, or even if you don't have a case, you should be available in the court premises. You should be willing to do pro bono cases under the legal aid system. You should get in touch with the district legal service authority and tell them that you are available to do pro bono cases under the legal aid system. The best part is, you should, my advice to every junior lawyer is that even if you don't have any work, be in the court from 10:30 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. Go around different courts, see how the courts work, and be in touch with senior lawyers, talk to them, and ultimately you will start getting work. There are many times senior look for junior lawyers, but when you are in the court campus and when you keep in touch with the seniors, they'll feel, okay, this boy or this young woman had been in my touch, she's in need, he will look for you and give you work. That is how you should cultivate your practice. Be in the
right,
court, being in the court campus, within the vicinity of the litigants and the lawyers, in the senior lawyers and fellow lawyers in the court, is the best way to identify to others that you are a lawyer available to do work and you are always present in the court campus.
right, sir. One question is from Mr. Rohit Kumar Mali. This is not for your lordship. He asks, how can AI conduct cross examination? Mr. Mali, you just wait for the demonstration. I believe your most of your questions would be satiated, guys. Uh, on the answer your lordship just gave us. I remember while he was the Chief Justice of the High Court of Delhi, his brother judges, his puny judges, used to identify the young lawyers present in the courtrooms and make them local commissioners for various raids and various cases. So, yeah, being present in the courtroom and earning a face value goes a long way as far as this
Yes,
profession.
yes, Rahul. Even I have example myself. I used to sit in the court, and judges like Justice Deepak Mishra and Justice Dhyam Dharmadhikari would ask me to appear and assist some lawyers who are not able to deal with the cases. So that your presence in the court sends a signal to the judges and the other lawyers that you are always available and you are dedicated to the profession.
Absolutely, sir. Uh, a lot of questions are being asked. I'm afraid that we would have to go for a demonstration now. Sir, we would be conducting a demonstration of
Yes,
our platform for you and our
yes,
viewers. And
yes, yes.
same, I would like our founder, Yash, to take over. Over to you, Yash.
Sure. Thanks, Rahul. Thank you, Justice Menon,
Thank you, Yash.
for being the lighting guide and inspiration for all of us. And so, Your Lordship, just what he said something earlier that I want everyone to hold on to. That's the question, and that's the also the question that we have asked ourselves when we were started building this product, Listener Legal. That how do we help a lawyer walk into the courtroom more prepared, more confident, with better research, with better, as Sir said, like you should have the right case laws prepared, and that too in the very less time. So let's see the product. I'm confident you'll resonate and find those answers through the product too. And also a quick reminder to everyone, please stay for the next after the demo too. We have something after the call regarding offers. So please let me know once my screen is visible. Okay. Can somebody confirm if it's visible?
No, it's not visible. Yes.
Not yet.
I believe it's not visible yet.
Okay. You try again. Is it now?
No, yes. Please make sure like you have to came screen in front of everyone. I guess.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Vikram. I believe now it's visible.
Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the product. You can visit right now or after the call. It's legal.listener.ai. So, I'm starting a case analysis, a case research right now, and so I have to answer a few questions here. The stage, where my stage stands right now. Let me select a filing stage. My role in this case: am I a petitioner, a respondent, defendant? My court and what is my ask, what I'm looking, what I'm trying to do with the tool right now. Say I'm trying to get a anticipatory bail. So from here and from this moment forward, everything that listener do or ask or suggest is custom to your situation, your case. It's not a hard coded generic workflow that is just coming up. It's the agents are actually thinking and working for your particular scenario that we are entering. So here it's asking for a document. If you wish to continue without that, that's okay. But the better details we provide already, that the better would be the results that we can expect. So I have few sample FIRs with me that I can ingest here. It's extracting the text, everything that is written in the document. It could be a PDF, it could be a document, and that's the reality, right? Right. We get documents across different tools. We get it over WhatsApp, over emails. So all those formats are supported here. It could be an image, anything. Now, patiently answer few questions to listener. So it's asking me what is the relief or
Yes.
outcome
Can
I'm
we?
seeking through this matter.
Sorry to interrupt. Can you add Justice Menon and Rahul from backstage, as they are on
Okay,
backstage? Yeah. Just after that you continue. Sorry.
sure.
Sorry to interrupt, guys.
Okay, I believe it's there.
I believe there were some technical issues, Yash. Sorry for
Mhm.
interrupting you. Perhaps you can take it from the top so that Justice Menon could see the demonstration from the start only.
Not a problem. Sure. So I hope it's visible and I'm audible properly now. Okay.
Yes.
So if I had to start a case here with the analysis, there are few questions that listener would like to know from me first. Why? Because and that's also the difference between a chat GPT Claude or a Gemini that we are using. So they are horizontal product. They we simply write a prompt. It doesn't have some context. It assumes something, and then on that context, it will never deny. It will give some results, but that is not right to us, right? And in law, we can't afford even 99% of accuracy. It has to be completely according to the case, or better if a chat GPT would say sorry, right? So those are the problems that we have catered here, that we have tried to fix in listener legal. So let's be patient and give details as much as we can provide to the tool. So if I'm choosing my stage, the other stages are here, which your case can be currently. My role, I'm a respondent and I'm appearing before district court. So I'm uploading an FIR. So that's my starting document and that's my detail to the tool that hey, this is my FIR, just read it, understand and ask me the question. So we are telling tool to ask us the question, but don't assume anything. Don't uh, assume that this is the case because the accuracy here, right? And I was telling this before that many other formats are also supported. It could be an image, it could be a PDF, a doc file, like that. So, what is the relief or outcome that we are seeking through this matter? We are seeking anticipatory bail. So, my each answer gives the hint and gives the detail to the listener, and on based on that, based on my previous answer, it generates the next question. And that's how in real life we think, right? There's a chain of thought that is built on our current knowledge that we have, and it's a dynamic thing. As in, when we get a new information, then there is a more information that we are seeking towards it. Same thing listener is trying to mimic. What is the defense position regarding to the accused cooperation? So we are our client is fully cooperating with the investigation, and that would be our grounds here for the bail application. Current status regarding notice summons. So no notice has been served yet. Arrest has not yet occurred. Listener here is trying to get a 360 view of the situation of the incident, about the procedural facts, about the facts about the case. What are the main grounds we are relying? Okay, no criminal incidents, full cooperation, no threat. Okay. Now it says generate report. Now what we are going to see on the screen is probably hours of efforts and hard work that we do today. It, it is based on the citations, the case laws. We try to find out uh, the list of dates, the entire case file that we prepare, the case diary, the case file that we prepare is in front of us, just like that. So we have supporting citations, and they are cited by their relevance, their recency, their number of citations they've been cited to, things like that. So it's already sorted by the probability that you will likely pick it up. Okay. Then we have opposing citations. That means, so when you're preparing for a case, obviously your opponent would be also preparing, right? So in this case, prosecutor must be also preparing for the same case. So this is likely the citation that your prosecutor might be using. You can read about the case laws. We also have a feature to how to negate this case. If there is a chance to negate this citation at all, we have the feature for that. It will give me the factual distinctions that we can include in our argument, limiting principles, even a sample counter submission it is providing us. Moving on, we have list of dates. So from the FIR, it has extracted all the dates, and this is not just one time. As and when our case proceeds to the next stage, and we provide more information to the case, this keeps on adding. So this is your one-stop solution for your case file now, and it's shareable with your team, with your it can be downloaded as a document. So this is chronological order of how the incidents happened. So this was a 498A a case FIR on that. So these are the events that were extracted. Charges and section. Okay, so it is listing down the sections that are being applied or that are there in this case related to, and also you can see the BNS equivalent of, since this FIR has the IPC mentioned there, we have the BNS equivalent if the equivalent applies there. Plus, there are imprison, how long the sentence could be if this is the case. There are advocate note. There are that defense should continue to rely on IPC jurisdiction. So there are advices, do's and don'ts, avoids regarding the sections. Case lacunae. So basically, if there is a evidential shortcoming or a procedural shortcoming or defects that could be in your favor, might be opposite, not favoring to us, everything will be highlighted. So it says it's a strong defense and it's an arguable case that we should proceed with. Also, it is highlighting me that what prosecution has, what prosecution lacks, is it weak, not proved. So every detail that will help you make decisions, help you uh, be prepared for the next day, for the hearing day. Okay. And then we have legal strategy. Every section there are AI agents running at the back end. They also have a validator fact checking. So that's why every section you might see the load like 10 to 20 seconds that it is asking us to wait. The reason is it is validating facts from multiple sources. It's curating them all together and then finally bringing it in front of us. It could even say sorry, like it could even say the details are not there because we don't want to take risk from because it's after all it's a AI generated, right? Though the fact and the data sources are very well are sources that we use already, curation is AI generated. So bail grounds, these grounds even I can use them in my draft if I had to. This is the strategy that it is suggesting that if you go by this, these are the likely outputs. Grounds and issues. What grounds we can ask bail for, and supporting previous case laws. I can directly use them, copy them all, or use them selectively. Those I want later in my drafts. Then feature called bench forecast. Here we can see the past judgments of the jury you are appearing before. Would like to do an example for Justice Vivek Rusia. Again, so it's looking for a lot of data, compiling them together, whether they are applicable here or not, and then finally it will bring down Justice Rusia's data. Okay, so it is signaling the results from past 20 judgments. And so we have three grants that Justice Lucia has given in the past few cases. Six of them were rejections. We can see the, the pattern of judgment, like how detailed were the judgments, or were they restricted to short paras? How are the precedents' behavior? Then we have language style that Justice Lucia has used, consistency, uh, judgments analyzed. So these are the judgments recently happened. and some argument recommendations also it's providing. Okay. Then there is a SWOT analysis. So it's for those who don't understand SWOT, it's a marketing or a MBA sort of term. Basically, it's strength, weakness, and opportunity threats. That's the analysis we are trying that we are SWOT. We are trying to put it in the legal framework. So strengths we are having here. It is giving me okay a case law with the exact detail that was there in our favor. So it could be used in our strength. Also, we can simply make notes of at any point of at anywhere in the outputs. That if I had to, let's say, save it later, I can refer these notes all at once. Then finally, we have the drafts. We are also coming up with proformas of every high court uh, that can be used for your applications, plus drafts that is already there. Let's generate one of it right now. Here it is. So here's the uh, draft with the grounds and issues that I have selected earlier before in this stage. So with that, I conclude my demo for now. There are other features too, but yeah, for uh, time per se, I have to conclude this demo, right?
Thank
Over
you,
to you, Rahul.
Yash. Thank you, Yash. So your lordship, this is
Yes.
what we are trying to do at
It's
Liznr
it's
AI.
it's it's wonderful. It's wonderful. I congratulate your team for this wonderful job. It will be too very helpful to the lawyers for drafting. It will save their time and it will give them the required input, which they have to only modulate or modify as per the facts of their case, and use this as the foundation for their drafting argument, preparation of the case, and countering the argument of the opponent also. So it's a good thing, very good thing.
Absolutely right, sir. Sir, our
Yes,
objective is to go from A to Z, hand holding a
yes,
young legal professional. We are just
yes.
not focusing on the
And,
drafting.
and one more thing to that lady who asked a question whether it is necessary to join a lawyer. If you have something good like this, I don't think you'll need that also.
That's very kind of you, sir. That is the idea.
Yes, yes,
So, right, sir, as Yash has demonstrated already, we
yes,
not only are providing the young lawyers with a draft, be it an
yes.
independent lawyer or a lawyer working in some law firm or with a senior at his chamber, but
Good.
we are also focusing on the arguments, the counter arguments which would be used against you, and we are also
Yes, yes,
ensuring that we give you arguments to negate those counter arguments. So that's
yes.
a three-tiered process. Along with it, we have our superstar in bench forecast, as your
Hmm.
lordship could, as your lordship just saw. We took the example of Justice Rusia.
Yes, yes,
And yeah, Justice Rusia is no alien to your lordship,
yes.
and we took 20 cases, recently
Hmm.
cases decided by Justice Rusia, and what
Hmm.
was the pattern of adjudication that
Yes,
he followed in those cases, so
yes,
that we
yes,
assist the young lawyers in
yes,
drafting in certain manner so that it
yes,
would please lordships.
yes. Those were this thing which were I saying. You sit in the court and understand the judge how he goes,
Right.
and this is what you're providing to them.
Yes, sir. We are
Yes,
taking the
yes.
guts of it.
Taking. Yes, yes,
Liznr is like an associate, a junior who is
yes,
sitting
yes,
in rooms for
yes.
you and doing the hard work for you.
Hard work for you. That's it.
Right, sir. S- Uh, Another question which is very pertinent here, sir. Although we are done with the question and answers, but I would like to take this.
Yes.
Somebody who goes by the name of Anansha Dubey is asking you, sir, do you think Indian courts are ready to handle AI based legal processes?
Yes, the high courts are, the bigger courts are, and certain district courts in places like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, they can also do. But for many of the district courts you have in places like UP, Bihar, Orissa, Madhya Pradesh, which are particularly in the internal sites, it will take some time. Even the lawyers there, to bring them up to that level, it will take some time. So we cannot say immediately we can have a pan India system, but it has to go in a phased manner. For example, initially when we started the computerization, we left away the district courts. But now the district courts have also come into that fold. But with the passage of time, maybe another 3 to 4 years, and with infrastructure and all other facilities being available, it can be even in a tehsil court also.
Right, sir. I believe with
Yes.
the advent of the age of internet
Yes.
and with sheer endeavors, we would be able to break that ceiling, and
Ceiling. Yes.
hopefully,
Yes. It will.
AI
It
will
will.
be
And
it will be the bridge.
not only the mainstream courts but also the tribunals and even the quasi judicial authorities. For example, you have revenue matters in revenue courts which are headed by collectors and commissioners. You have the board of revenues dealing all these places. Also the same system can work.
Absolutely, sir. This is for
Yes.
any body which has which
Any form
performing
of yes, yes. And
which is performing project.
you can even use them for military law, also for court martials.
Absolutely, sir. We would love to give a presentation to the authorities
Yes,
at
yes, 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 yes.
the
You
Lordship's
can do
guidance.
it. है ना?
Okay.
We have an institute of military law in Delhi which takes care of, once you have developed everything, I'll call all three of you and give a demonstration here also.
Absolutely, sir. We would be at
Yes,
your disposal.
yes,
And
yes.
another thing which I would like to highlight is that the draft which you saw at the end of the demonstration given by Yash
Y- Yes.
in the forma which is followed by the High Court of MP. These are taken from
Okay,
the
okay,
High Court of
okay.
MP rules only, and we are trying
Good,
to
good.
incorporate every High Court
Every high court. That will be
along
good. That will be very good. Yes, yes.
and follow their proformas to the T, so that you could just
Team.
take the draft and you can
Yes.
file it straight away.
Very good. Very good.
That
Very good.
and with this, sir, I believe we have taken your lordship's time.
No, no, it's got. I also enjoyed it. I've also enjoyed it. So, but Rahul, I'm there with your team. So, and anytime you need my help, assistance, guidance, you are always welcome to trouble me.
Very kind of you, sir.
Okay,
Very kind.
okay, okay. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, Yash, and thank you, Vikram.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir. Thank
Thank you
you so
so much.
much
Thank you
for your
so
Thank
much,
time.
you,
sir.
Thank you for joining
thank you,
us.
thank you. Okay.
With
So,
this,
can I leave?
absolutely, sir. It was an
Sure,
honor.
sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
So, for the rest of the viewers, I would like you guys to stay on because Yash has something really special for you, as he promised. Because at Liznr AI, as I already told you, we value your time. So, over to you, Yash. What's the big surprise that we have for our viewers?
Absolutely, Rahul. Thanks. Okay, again, sharing my screen. This time I'll make it quick. Okay, so guys, what you just saw wasn't just a demo. That was the speed, and that's the unfair advantage, and that could be your working style for rest of your career, rest of your life. When you go from here, you have two options. I know most of you might be seeing to close the tab, go away from this. Okay, option A, if you when you go from here, keep doing the research the way you were doing last week, lost hours, cases missed, and opponents getting prepared better than you. Or option two, the 90 seconds, getting prepared, the right answers, the right material, the data you need, and walk into the court ready. And that's not just a software decision, that's the decision about your working style. This tool will give back you your time that you can utilize to anything, to your new learnings. Okay? Now, yeah, as Rahul said, we value your time more so if it's a Sunday, and hence your 1 hour shouldn't go unawarded. So here's what we have. We have 50% off across the plans, across the subscriptions that we have on our website, on our tool. And first 50 users, those who are going to grab it, and that's only going to run for next 24 hours. So you can right away go to legal.liznr.ai and start analyzing, start conquering, right? So we have different plans. We have one case. If you want a trial, want to try with just one case, that's there. All the prices that are shown in my screen right now, they are the regular prices, but you will get discounts on these. We have weekly plans. So major difference between basic and pro would be the judicial intel and the legal strategy. So you can choose for monthly, you can choose for even yearly plan. So as the plan grows up, so does the volume and per case price goes down, plus the features that you have. So again, 50% off across all the plans and just for 24 hours for first 50 users. I
Okay.
believe many links would be needed for contacting with us later for communicating. So here's a product link that you can, that's the main tool where you can use this. Then WhatsApp community. Everything on my screen is also there on the YouTube and every channel, wherever you are looking from. It's a LinkedIn or Twitter. On the on the description, you will find all these links there. So we have a support link that if something's not working for you or you want something, even a feature request if you want to have that, hey, why don't we have this another feature, new feature? Please, most welcome to suggest, taking your suggestions and listening to you there. Plus, we have a premium membership also waitlist that we have enabled recently. The link is also again in the description. Premium membership would be for those who would like to take premium support. That would be for limited people, and that will be chargeable basis. Mostly, it will be 1,500 per year. We haven't enabled it yet. You can request for the approval on this WhatsApp group. We'll review it, and I request students not to take this. Mostly those who are practicing should go with this plan. Students definitely they can they can try the regular pack to explore the product. But yeah, the premium membership would make more sense to those practicing from a long time or having uh, a regular practice. With that,
Yeah.
I Rahul. Yes.
Sorry. Yes, please go on.
No, that was my time. So yeah, that's
Okay.
me. You can
Yeah.
connect me also here.
All right. Yes, I just have a couple of things here. Somebody has pointed out that the WhatsApp community link is not working. We will work on that, Tishmeet. Uh, we will be sharing the link if it is not working. And somebody is asking me, Miss Tamrikar, that online filing and argument opportunity is already present in the High Court of MP. Well, Avni, we are not only facilitating the filing and ensuring that you get to argue before the High Court of MP, but what do you file so that it doesn't end up in default section, and how to argue, right? so that you could actually secure relief for your client is the idea behind it. We are, as we at listeners say, one-stop solution for entire legal preparation, right? So yeah, do check out this platform. My teammates and I have worked really hard on this. So yeah, please do kindly check out Liznr AI, guys. Is there anything else, Yash?
No, Rahul, I'm good. I think we can conclude now.
All right. Thank you for
One
your
thing
time.
to add, like everyone can suggestions are welcome. Just use the product and let us know. I think there is a support link also available in the YouTube description. So what are the suggestions and feedbacks? Everyone is welcome for the same.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Rahul, over.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Sure. Thank
Thanks
you.
everyone.
Thanks, everyone.